2 packets or 1?
2 packets. You know this.
Lucy, come here.
Okay, jeez.
Come on, lady. Man. I'm over here just being an absolute douchebag to my wife. Chicago's just like, oh my gosh.
No, I'm on Google Street View right now. I'm looking at Houston and how much I hate it.
It's got to be better than Chicago, though.
Oh hell no, dude. Houston is literally like one big suburb.
That's nice, man. That's nice.
Oh hell no.
I see those crazy.
You're going to Houston?
No, I was just looking at it on Google Street View. I was just checking it out. It's ugly. It's literally
it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Downtown Houston, at least.
Well, downtown, but otherwise, like you go out of downtown, it's like literally all just like suburbs. I don't know.
Man, like when you fly into Houston, you have to take a cab from the airport to downtown, and it's like pure redneck the whole way. And then you get downtown, and then it kind of looks all right.
Yeah, if I were to visit any city in Texas, it would be Austin, just because of how bike friendly it is there.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool out there.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
And we got 5 watching. Nice.
Who's here? Who's in the chat?
All so right, follow me out.
Hey, what's up, Zip?
What's going on, guys?
Follow me out 11th. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Eric?
Patterson. There's a bunch of names I ain't never seen before.
Oh, here's my dog. I don't know if you guys can see her. Oh, sorry. Okay. She smells my Chipotle.
I was about to make an off-color comment there about is it a dog you're gonna eat? It's Chipotle flavor.
What's up, Freddie?
Hey, Freddie. Yeah, Freddie, how you feeling, man? You still sore from the ride?
Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot of riding lately out there in New York. Lucy, there's nothing.
These last 2 weeks, not so much because of rain. You know, sure, like you had rain as well, Chicago.
Yeah, we almost got, it was flooding pretty bad. But it's been hot here lately, really hot. Like they're talking, past couple of days it's been upper 80s. This weekend it's mid 90s.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Lucy, you can't have this.
We've been having, it's been like California weather, man. We've had humidity, which we don't get here. And,
oh, you don't? Normally?
Yeah, dude, yeah, it's like, well, it's a desert, so it's normally less than probably 15% humidity all the time. And lately it's been 50s and 60s because of all the storm systems that have been passing through. And so it feels muggy. So like today it was, I don't know, 80 degrees, but it felt like it was 90 because of the humidity.
Yeah.
Just nasty.
Hold on, I'm going to put my food away because my dog's begging for it. Be back.
Oh, Kilo Bravo. No, that's not dirty. I'd love to come out. Yeah, man. Kensico Jam. Yeah, I wish I could get out there and ride in the city. Probably not, but I'd be scared to death. What's up, Past Life Pro, man? Long time no see. I don't know if you still do biking videos or not.
This one's wrong?
All right. Damn, there's a lot of people in here. Holy shit. Brian, Kilo, Freddie.
Hold up.
Past Life. What's going on, guys and girls?
Lots and lots and lots of peoples.
Awesome.
Just so everybody knows, there is a delay. So if you ask a question, we will probably see it, and then you'll hear it like a minute later. So don't feel like we're ignoring you.
Brian, you're in Pennsylvania.
Can't read.
Hey, seriously, can't hear you.
Hey, can we all clear up? Can we all clear up why we didn't do the live stream? Because everyone thought because I was hanging out at the beach having a grand old time.
Oh yeah, Job's chain broke on his bike when he was riding out at the beach, and he just felt like he really had to do other things last night. So he said, "Hey guys, I know it's like a big deal and all, but I really had something else better to do." And it's all Chicago's fault.
No, it's mine. Yeah, I had to go to work. I saw people trying to blame Job, so I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, and when I made the video and I'm uploading it, I'm like, yeah, this is not going to be a good look.
Yeah, I actually didn't even bother uploading. I announcement video. I probably should have. I kind of feel bad, but whatever. Next time I will. Brian, why are you in Pennsylvania, man?
Where's Brian from?
Oh, that's where he's
You
from.
hungry?
No, I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh, Kilo, you're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, flying home in the morning. Why are you in Tulsa? Vacation? Past life, you don't do video days anymore. Got new priorities.
Do you
Oh,
remember
yeah, I
Past
see what you
Life?
meant, yeah.
Do you remember Past Life? His channel.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
He had his channel like get banned.
Wait, really?
And
Oh yeah. I remember.
I don't remember what it was that they banned him for, but then he started doing
Copyright,
videos
possibly?
again. Well, no, he never had music or anything.
I know
But-
YouTube's been really stupid with that though. Like lately, it's just they've been really strict with everything.
Yeah, taking away my monetary status.
I don't even
Messed
bother
up,
with that
dude.
anymore.
It's okay though, because that's what Amazon's for. I already got my first Amazon payment. I'm like, wow. I made
Yeah,
more
well-
off of Amazon in like a month of doing it than I made off YouTube in 3 years of doing it. So
Nice.
Yeah.
not like money, you know, it's just 30 or 40 bucks, something like that. But still, it's
Shit. I made quite a bit on Twitch too. I mean, YouTube doesn't give me shit, but Twitch is giving me like 100.
yeah, that's cool, man. Are you still live streaming on Twitch?
Nah, not right now. I'm kind of waiting until I get like a better schedule because I'm still doing pet sitting. I'm about to enter CPD, so I might as well just wait until I do that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I want to get on Twitch myself. Like I would like to do, I don't know, like flight sims and kind of like hang out with people.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen one of your Twitch streams. Actually, it's funny because like every now and again I'll go on Twitter and then you'll be like, "Hey guys, thanks for watching the stream." I'm like, "Fuck, I missed it again," you know?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's tough to get a community started on there though. It takes a while. But is Twitch doing TV streaming? They actually stream some TV shows, Freddie. There was like I don't know, it's some like anime shows and stuff, some other shows, but they're really strict with like what shows they stream.
Cool.
I know I won't miss YouTube. Don't mean I don't respect you guys like crazy. No, yeah, I get you, man. YouTube is definitely not my priority either. As bad as that sounds, it's just like I upload kind of when I have footage and that's it.
I don't even do that.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you make money off of Twitch?
A lot of them are donations. People can subscribe to you, which gives you like half of the amount. So it's like $4.99, so pretty much $5 to subscribe to somebody, and it gives you $2.50, so like $2.50.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's
Nice.
yeah, and there's donations like yeah. So
Yeah. Kilo, how you make money on Amazon is you go on Amazon's associates page, just type in Amazon Associates and sign up for it. And then you just got to answer some questions on how you're going to advertise using Amazon's links. And then you put those links on your stuff. So for me, if you go to my channel or Job's channel, I think Job's got it too. Any of our descriptions in our videos, there will be little Amazon links to like the stuff we ride with, you know, the lights, helmet, sunglasses, whatever. And if you click on one of those links, it puts a cookie on your computer. And if you buy anything from Amazon after clicking on one of those links, Amazon kicks us a portion.
so not like DirecTV. Oh yeah, no, Freddie, it's nothing like DirecTV. It's pretty much Twitch TV is mainly for gaming. Like people just stream their games that they play. It's just sometimes Twitch itself hosts like shows. So, but yeah, I wouldn't switch to Twitch for like as a replacement for cable. I got Netflix for that.
Netflix and chilling.
Hell yeah, dude.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of, have you guys seen the controversial 13 Reasons Why or no?
Mm-mm.
No, what's
Oh,
that?
Wait, what's that, Jeff?
No, I said no. What's that?
Oh, it's just like it's just pretty much a show about like bullying and stuff, and it's hard to explain. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good show, at least for me. I enjoyed it because the second season just came out like a week ago, and I just finished it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No. Do you watch much TV, Joe?
Not like new stuff. I tend to watch sports and a lot of reruns. But in terms of like getting into a show that's currently publishing new episodes. Not too much.
I've been watching
yeah.
on Netflix. There's a show called Lost in Space. It's a Netflix like original, and it's awesome. Like I grew up. You guys are too young probably to remember it, but I grew up watching the old black and white, and then it turned into color. Lost in Space, and this is like a reboot of it, and it's actually really really good. So I'm
Yeah, my
super
friend was
stoked
telling me about it. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm loving it. But other than that, I YouTube, that's the other thing I watch, but I don't really watch it. I mostly just listen to it. I'll put on your guys' videos or jobs, sometimes your videos, and then I'll just set it down and have it playing through my Bluetooth. So I don't comment a lot and I don't do other stuff like that because it just auto plays, you know, it just rolls into the next video, the next video, the next video.
Yeah.
Right.
Supposedly parents blaming their child suicide because of 13 reasons. What? Really? Yeah, there's a lot of controversy with that show now. They might not be
People
going.
are so soft, man. People are just so soft nowadays.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, suicide attempt. Gotcha. Okay. Live TV is a waste now anyways. Yeah, it is. I don't bother with cable. Not worth it. But yeah, no, I don't really watch anything on YouTube right now. I mean, besides cycling videos every once in a while, like your guys's and a couple of others, I don't really watch too much. Like, I don't know. It's just like I haven't really been on YouTube too much lately. I don't know.
I usually go to sleep listening to YouTube too. I don't know if you guys know what ASMR is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Did we talk about ASMR? Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing to tell people about it because they're like, yeah, so it's just people, mostly women, talking really softly about cutting your hair and stuff.
Well, aren't there some videos though where they're crackling bags and stuff like that, or doing some?
That's the weird stuff, man. Like, I'm like, no, because I go to get my hair cut.
Really?
If I go to
See,
get my hair cut, I will almost fall asleep in the chair, right? So to me, it's just like getting your hair cut, and so it's that kind of relaxing. But the crinkling bag thing, I'm like, nah.
Well, not like the crinkling bags, but there's some noises where that help me fall asleep. But like the people talking, I feel like that's kind of like, I don't know. That makes me cringe. Like, I mean, when I like try to do it, I never like actually personally like tried it too much. But it's just when they're like talking, it's just I don't know. My hairs in the back of my neck stand up. It's just I don't know.
The crinkling bags reminds me of being in a movie theater and somebody's digging in their candy bag and you're like, shut up!
Yeah. Yep. So have you guys got any good rides coming up soon or no?
I wish. Dude, like if you look at my Strava, I go to work, I come home. I go to work, I come home. That's it. I don't even get out on the weekends anymore.
Yeah, I haven't been riding too much either lately. I mean, past couple of days I have been, but not really. I don't know. I haven't been really too busy with work. But I'm excited.
I just had one this past weekend.
Oh yeah. Well, how long was it? Like, wasn't it like 80 miles?
Yeah. So at first it was supposed to be, I guess like 70 or so, and then because of the rain, we shortened the ride just to go to City Island. And then the rain was fine, so we did the original route and went to City Island. And some people are spent. Like, we didn't even get to City Island yet, and some people were like, yo, I need the train. But we were still outside of New York City, so they had to, like, wait a bit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a rough ride for some people.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. Is there many hills that you have to go over on a ride like that, or is it mostly flat?
Once you get upstate New York, you're looking at some hills.
Okay.
And the traffic lights really break your momentum. So you're like riding hard, get to a light, riding hard, get to a light. You know, you don't get quite a good momentum building experience when you're riding like that. Sorry guys, half of my attention is on uploading my video for tomorrow.
No, yeah. It's just, I don't know whoever's from New York City in this chat right now, but I don't know if you guys have gotten the news, but I'll be in New York City. I think it's the 19th to the 19th to the 24th or something like that. It's from like fuck, I don't even know now. It's like Tuesday to Sunday. So whatever around that date is, Tuesday to Sunday, which is I don't even know. Fuck. Let me check. But yeah,
I
I'll be
think
riding
it's
with Trav.
19th.
Yeah, 19th to the 24th. Yeah. That'd be fun. I'm excited.
Should definitely
Riding
try to
up
get
here.
to some kind of a group ride or something. You can get one of them city bikes and go do 50 or so.
Fuck that. City bikes. Hell. Those are similar to divvies out here. They're so heavy.
That's why you're only going to do 50.
No,
man.
we'll get Chicago out to the beach. I think he'll like it.
Hell yeah. And some of the bars too.
And you get some more ink there, Chicago? Like right there?
Where? Oh, this is old. I've
Is
gotten
it?
this like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the Chicago flag and style of a bike chain.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah. Yup. But yeah, I'm excited, man. Be out there.
Cool. Did you do anything fun for graduation?
Nah, just party a little bit and that's it. Same old, kind of normal. Hung out with family and then friends. I'm glad to be done though. It's weird, not like it's just weird thinking that I won't be going back. Like when summer ends, I'm done. I'm in the real world. But yeah.
Don't grow up.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Bills, girlfriend, dog, man.
Everything.
Man, everything. It's like all of a sudden, since our last live stream, Chicago's just gotten so big.
Oh man.
Wait, you have your own dog now?
No, that's like my family dog.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. It was like this tiny little puppy. I was like, oh, you got a new little puppy.
Oh yeah, she's small. But yeah. I'm gonna ride my bike wherever I go. My mom got me a month bus pass for my birthday a few months back, but I got banned from the bus system by the end of it. Good thing I still got my bikes.
How did you get
How do you
banned?
get banned from the bus?
I'm curious.
I've seen some dirty stuff on buses before, so I can only imagine.
Oh, that's a new one right there, man. I've never heard that one before.
Maybe he lives in Canada.
Oh,
Canada's got like
shit.
super high standards for riding the bus. Like you got to wear a tie and stuff.
You gotta say AF to every sentence. If you don't say that, they take you off.
Hey, what up, Ivan?
Going down the street, eh? What's up, Ivan?
I had a seized pedal on my non-drive side crank arm of my bike. It took off all my threads when I took it off. That was fun. Replaced a crank arm in the end. Fun stuff. Oh shit.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Damn.
You could always just ride with one crank arm. Just have one really big leg, one really little leg. You can join a pro football team, kick mad field goals.
There you go.
It's like those arm wrestler dudes, super jacked up, like one arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Man. I'm far from everything but bike, and my mode of transportation doesn't stop me. Still doesn't answer the question how you got kicked off the bus, Trash. I understand you live far, man, but getting kicked off the public bus is like a serious deal. You got on one day and forgot your pants or something like that, right? Like the story goes deeper. There I was sitting there minding my own business, watching a video, and this old lady says, "Excuse me, sir, can you turn off the pornography for just a few?"
Oh shit.
Yeah, my life's just been work. I don't do much.
Nothing new, really.
Man, like just not writing, which makes me sad sometimes. I get out of work. I get out early enough now to actually enjoy the sun, but I'm usually so tired that I don't want to ride after work, and so I just go straight home.
Gotta take them vitamins.
Yeah, it's that and lack of sleep, I think. But
yeah.
And then on the weekends, I've just been doing stuff around the house, and that's about it. So Ryan from my old videos, he comes up and hey man, let's go for a ride. I'm like, nah, I'm good. So he'll just go out and do like 40, 50 miles by himself. It's kind of sad.
Damn, 40, 50 miles. That's how long. Damn, that's a long ride though. Shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just do small rides. I mean, you can still do stuff around the house, like, and then like do maybe like an hour ride where it's maybe like 20 miles or something like that.
Yeah. I really should because we went on a 50 miler together maybe 3-4 weeks ago. Might have been farther back than that. And after 50 miles, I was tired. And
Yeah.
normally 50 miles was just like a normal, feel good afterwards. So I've lost a lot of my riding stamina, which sucks. But
I mean, you can easily build that up anyways. I mean, I've done that too.
yeah.
It's weird. I ride a lot in the winter for work, and then now it's like nice out, and I haven't been riding as much. It's because I'm not super busy right now, which kind of sucks. But it gives me time to pull in those long rides. I'm gonna go for a century soon, so.
Yeah. That's awesome. Have you ever done a century before?
No, I think the closest I've done is like 70 miles, I think. I'll check my Strava. Think. But yeah, I'd like to do that. It's just I'm kind of nervous to ride in the country roads or like even the suburb roads. It's not safe out there.
Oh, I just read Harvey Weinstein poem. Yeah. That's pretty funny. It's pulling Harvey Weinstein.
Wait, what?
Kilo's talking about how dude got kicked off the bus system because he's pulling Harvey Weinstein. Hey, sorry. I'm assuming you're a guy thrashed fingers. If you're a girl with the tag of thrashed fingers, I can only imagine that's how you got kicked off the bus. Oh man.
Did we have any questions in your guys' videos or no?
Yeah. I have a question. How do you get kicked off the bus? Still don't know.
No, I mean like in your guys' video comment sections, like did anybody ask you guys questions or not?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
No.
I figured mostly people just asked in the live stream anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live stream's kind of hopping though. Normally we don't get too many, yeah.
I think it's just and that's what I'm telling you guys, we gotta do more often, you know what I mean?
Something like that.
Because the last time we did was March 7th. Over 2 months ago. Almost 3.
Oh, wow. It seems like it was 2 weeks ago, dude.
I know, it doesn't. Yeah. I think the last A61 congrats on the. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. That's my new nickname. It's 61.
61. Is that how old she was?
What? No, that's my bike size. Oh, speaking of good saddle, yeah, Kilo, I need to get a new saddle too because I have my new bike that I got in March. I still need to get a better saddle because that one's like really uncomfortable. But it hasn't been bothering me too much lately. But I don't know.
I wonder if I've never had a problem with the saddle hurting. It's always just been my hands. Like the grip tape seems like it's not good enough for me. My hands are what ends up hurting.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's weird. I was actually asking a question in one of my videos, like, what's the best grip tape out there? Because after a long ride, my hands just feel like I was holding on to a broomstick the whole time.
Yeah, no, the standard or whatever, the tape that my bike came with is actually pretty comfortable, surprisingly. But I replaced my other bike, my Evo. I think it's called Cush, which is weird, but it's actually a pretty reputable. It's a reputable like brand for tape. But I don't know if that'd be kind of your style because it is kind of like I don't know. It's mainly like I wouldn't say mainly for fixies, but it's kind of like I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's not really for road bikes. But that's one I guess you can look at. It's called Cush. It's pretty comfortable, and it lasts a while too.
Yeah, somebody was telling me that the best thing to do is double wrap it, like leave your original bar tape on there, and then go over it again with another thick padded bar tape, and that gives you just that much more vibration dampening and whatever. I don't really get numb fingers, Kilo. I get this sore spot that just goes right across my palm.
What's your position? Are you like right here or are you right here?
I ride on the hoods mostly, and then I'll ride in the drop. I switch it up enough that it shouldn't hurt, but
yeah,
mostly the hoods. I'd say probably 75% on the hoods, maybe 20% on the drops, and just 5% on the tops. But not a lot on the tops. I like to be close to the brakes. I'm always riding with Ryan, and dude's always, doing something stupid. saving.
And not giving you call outs on those big ass rocks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I hit one all by myself yesterday that woke me up. Just I wasn't paying attention, and I was looking over to the side because they were tearing out this house. Like they're doing all this construction and tearing out homes, and just not paying attention. Giant rock, and I hit the thing full, just dead on, both front and back tire. And I thought for sure I was just gonna flip. And
Yeah.
Oh man.
it woke me up though. I was like, "What the crap was that?"
Yeah.
Jarred my teeth and everything.
Hey, what's up, Ryan?
Mm.
I hope I didn't butcher your name, but what's up? How you doing? You
I
beating
didn't
your head
mean to
over
say
too hard.
yop. Oh, yo, sup, yo, not yop. Not trying to be a slur or nothing like that.
But yeah. Anybody in chat? Have you guys been doing any good rides lately? Anything over like 20 miles or something? Now that the weather's getting nice.
Yeah, I need
I-
to.
I hit my fastest average the other day, or was it yesterday? I think I almost hit 20 miles an hour average. It was 19.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's because I was in the forest preserve, and there's obviously no stoplights or anything, so I don't gotta stop.
Hmm.
So I just kept going and going.
Cool.
Just checking out the stream. Sounds good, man. Hope you enjoy it.
I was thinking that too, Ivan. Yeah, I might be leaning too far
Oh
forward.
yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah,
Could
I
it
wish I
be-
could tell you, but I don't know.
Could it be
I'm getting fat.
Maybe-
Yeah, you can say
no, no.
it.
I was gonna say get a spacer so you're not hunched over as
Oh
much.
yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
just to,
That's
like
why-
mess with the balance of the bike.
I feel like I want to be more leaned over though. Like, I don't know. My bike is an endurance bike, so I'm already kind of more raised as it is. Like the stem is it's not a steep angle, but it's a steeper angle. I even thought about flipping the stem to make it more aggressive, but if that's going to make my hand pain worse, then obviously I don't want to do that. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. It's just society is soft now, and I'm getting soft now, and so my hands.
Oh man.
A product of my environment or something. But it's got to be what it is.
How often do you guys clean your bikes?
Not enough.
Oh man. Almost.
I was gonna say I did get some stuff for cleaning my bike. I got this thing from Park Tool. It's that dummy
the
hub.
chain cleaner.
Well, the chain cleaner in conjunction with the dummy hub is awesome. Because I posted a video not too long ago about having to get my wheel serviced because so much of the degreaser had gotten into the hub that the hub like worn out and was all jacked up. Luckily, Giant replaced it, warrantied it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have to pay for that. But to try and avoid getting cleaner into the hub now, I take the wheel off every time I clean the chain.
Oh.
And so I made myself a dummy hub. Basically, it's just using like a Teflon tape roll.
Yeah, I think
A couple of nylon washers. That worked okay, but the actual like Park Tool one
Mm-hmm.
just works a little bit better. It's actually like perfectly fit to the through axle bolt. So when it's on, you can actually change gears and it'll slide up and down the through axle. And it works better, I think. But it's kind of expensive for what it is. It's just for a through axle bike, it's overpriced because all you're using is the wheel. But if you have a regular traditional like skewer axle, then the dummy hub is like a fake skewer with that piece on there, so it works great.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. How do you guys deal with triple digit heat besides staying hydrated? How do you deal with the headache from the heat? Winter, you just bundle up and you're good. I need advice. I just try to avoid doing long commutes or long rides in the triple digit heat. We don't have it too often here. Here in Illinois, but when we do, I just try to avoid being on the bike as much as I can. Obviously, water helps a lot, like you mentioned, but I don't know. What about you guys? Do you guys do anything like?
I usually don't ride when it's that hot. I mean, If I want to, I will, but I'll like go somewhere, maybe like to the beach or something like that, and cool off there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's more the humidity that's hey Jim Beam. It's usually the humidity that just kills you. Like if it was 100 degrees and dry, that's way better than 85 and like really humid. But yeah, I don't know. I just go ride by the water.
Yeah, same here at the lake. Helps cool off or cool me off. But yeah, you're in California now, past life. So
He's in like
I don't know if it's
Fresno
very humid out
area.
there.
It is.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys deal with a lot of triple-digit heat all the time out there. So that kind of, yeah, I don't know how.
Tonic water with quinine the night before. Yeah. That
Yeah.
quinine does help with cramping. I'm lucky in the sense that I don't sweat a lot. I mean, I sweat, but not profusely. I see other guys when they're riding, they're just dripping wet at the end of a ride, and my back's wet. But I don't sweat while I'm riding, or it doesn't. I don't feel like I'm sweating a lot, but I stay fairly cool even in the hot days. So as long as I just drink a normal amount of water, I'm fine.
Yeah, because I always have a backpack on me for work, and just because it's convenient for me, that makes me sweat. But then I usually don't sweat a lot on the rides. It's just like once I stop for maybe like 10 minutes, that's when all this comes down.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been like in packs of guys and had just, you could feel sweat coming off of guys slapping you in the face. That's just disgusting. But I've had that, and that grosses me out a little bit, but not that keeps me cool. That's just something I think about as we're talking about sweating and riding.
Mm-hmm.
I hate riding behind Ryan. One, for the smell, but two, for the amount of sweat. He just sweats like crazy, so it comes off of him like a stream.
Oh, that's just gross.
Yeah, it's gross, man. It's gross.
What's up, mountain biker? How you doing?
Man, lots of new faces.
Yeah,
lots
really.
Of new faces.
What's up, Lucy? Come here.
I think that, Zip kind of pointed out that having a good helmet helps a lot. I noticed the helmet that I have now, the Giro helmet, it is definitely a better airflow helmet than my old helmet, which was a Bell. Just a cheap Bell not Walmart, but I got it at Costco, so it's basically the same thing. The pattern of the holes doesn't look much different, but just the way that it flows air through, so much cooler.
Yeah, I need to get a new one. I keep saying that, but I definitely need to get a new helmet soon because I've had that for about 4.5 years, so I'm overdue for one now. I'm gonna look for a more aerodynamic one, but also one that fits my GoPro on top, or these. I don't know, because I know there's some helmets which make it difficult.
Is it possible to sweat and not have it build up on your skin or your cycling clothes?
I would say no.
It's got to come out your pores. I don't think you can pick which pores it comes out of. I know some people, they sweat profusely out of their hands and feet, which is really weird. They get swampy, so their hands or their feet they always look like they just came out of a bathtub.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I think you got to sweat out your pores like everybody.
Just got in from off the bike, just pouring down rain outside, but doing pretty good. You know, I had to turn in rock with my favorite vlogger. Wait, who's your favorite vlogger? Can't be me because I don't vlog, so it's one
bike blogger.
Oh, you got hit by a car, man.
Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh man.
I'm surprised. Honestly, it's sad to say I'm genuinely surprised that driver did not drive off. Like I'm surprised they didn't get away, or like go away. I mean, like they, you know.
Yeah. There are still good people in this world.
Yeah, even though that person isn't good, considering I'm sure they were texting and driving. They went right through that red light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one, Lucy?
Getting hit made me jump. Yeah, the helmet with lights on it. Yeah, I've seen that helmet.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
Like that kind of, and then there's one with it might be the same one with the brake light in the back or like a turn signal in the back. I've seen those before.
Oh, yeah. The helmets have lights on them, like actual light. I thought you meant like the lights that you just attach.
Oh no, the built-in one. That comes
Yeah,
with
I've seen them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty
I was
cool.
thinking about getting one, but they're expensive.
I've never seen one in person, so I couldn't say how well they work, but
Mhm.
I've seen them online.
It's pretty bright.
Is
Yeah.
it?
I haven't actually
Um,
seen turn signals on them yet. I've just seen them blinking him.
How
Like-
much? How much did it cost?
Who are you asking?
I guess you, right? You said they were expensive.
Oh, fuck, I don't know. They were a couple hundred last time I checked. I can check right now.
Oh shit, really? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's some good ass money.
Someone can tell
Man,
me.
does that come with Bluetooth and headphones and all that stuff, man?
I'm not
That's pretty
sure.
expensive.
Yeah, they're called Lumos. Oh well, they actually went down in price. Never mind, I lied. 180. But for a helmet, that's kind of a lot.
I mean, you look at Aero helmets, they're like easily 250.
This one looks pretty aero too. But oh yeah,
Yeah,
it
they
comes
look
with
pretty
everything.
decent.
It comes with the cord. It comes with like the straps that you got to put on your handlebars for like when you're doing the blinker left and right.
Hmm.
All that jazz. Hold on, this is what it says. I don't get why it says this. It says it lasts up to 6 hours for battery life, but it's ideal for 30 to 45 minutes of daily bike commute. So I
Probably
don't know
loses
why.
brightness.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I hate the idea of having it. I'm assuming it has to be charged. I have so much shit to charge after every
Yeah.
ride. It's like I don't even want to deal with that.
Yeah, it is getting to be annoying.
Yeah.
The worst thing is when they change charger types. Like right now, my biggest complaint in life is the fact that my phone takes a completely different charger than everything else now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to have yet another charging cable to.
What phone do you have again? Did you upgrade to the Note or something?
It's the S9 Plus.
Oh, okay.
Damn, what the fuck? That's a new phone, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean they come out like every 6 weeks, so.
I mean, you're making that what are you, like a general manager now? That general manager money. So
Damn.
Anybody can afford a phone if you actually try, so it's not hard.
Oh yeah, I watch on I'm just rocking with this.
Type-C.
Yeah, this phone does enough for me. The bus driver told me she's busy this round, so I told her I'll just get off now, but she wouldn't stop, so I got up and banged the door to get out. She stopped then. I got my bike off the rack and rode. Oh, I'm assuming that's what got you banned.
You forgot the part where you stabbed her in the throat.
Specialized 170. Wait, what's that?
That's the helmet from Specialized.
Yeah, 170. The fuck.
Yeah, Aero helmets are expensive. That's one of them things.
That's the thing. Do they actually like? Can you actually tell? Like, I don't know. Can you see? Like, can you feel the difference if you do have an Aero helmet?
It's not so much about feeling the difference. I think it's about the combination. Because if you're wearing an Aero helmet, but you're not everything else being Aero, then no, there's no real difference, right? But if you're on an actual like Aero bike with Aero shoes and Aero helmet and all that stuff, like it all adds up.
Yeah.
To reduce your watts. So over a long ride, then yeah. But kind of one of those things like if you're driving a car in the city, it doesn't matter how aerodynamic it is because you're always stopping and going.
Yeah.
If you're driving a long distance, then that aeroness makes a difference in your gas mileage, right?
Yeah. That's why I don't know. That's why I need to get what you guys wear. You guys have like like the skin tight outfits and stuff. I still don't have any of those, man. Like I don't have those outfits. I just wear like my work clothes or whatever, my commuting clothes, and that's it.
Yeah. So definitely on a ride like that, like if you, any kind of a long ride and an actual cycling kit will make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
For sure. Because you're pretty much wearing like a parachute when you just wear like a regular shirt. You know?
Yeah. I try to make sure I don't wear like baggy clothes so that like it doesn't drag me off. But I'm wearing a backpack anyways. So.
Yeah.
I mean that's the question. Where do you guys put your wallets? Like what the fuck? If you guys aren't wearing backpacks.
In your pocket, there's the 3 pouches in the back.
Oh, I'm always nervous about that like falling out. I don't know why. I just have like.
If it's tight enough,
yeah.
It won't move.
All right.
Yeah.
I gotta save up for one of those outfits then, and a new helmet. Cause they're expensive, like $70.
Yeah, I get mine for 50 off Amazon.
Yeah, the Amazon stuff works fine, dude. Like, I mean,
I'm just nervous about it not like fitting
Fitting?
me because yeah.
You can show your belly button. It's okay.
Speaking of, I've been working out. I've been going to the gym lately.
There you go.
I know.
No, just get yourself a set of bibs so that way if the shirt rides up, it doesn't crack out the back.
I mean, did you guys like? Is it because I know sometimes when you order off Amazon, it's usually like you're supposed to buy them one size bigger, one size smaller. Did you guys have to do that or no?
Yeah.
Just like, oh, you did?
Yeah.
Which
I've
one?
not. So I go with the Speed On or whatever it's called. Sponeed.
Yeah, I use that as well. I just bought some. I just got mine yesterday. Some more equipment. But I did notice his shirt felt a bit large. So I don't know. I might have to like leave that in the dryer a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was weird. Like the shirt felt like in this new kit, the shirt felt large. The pants felt a bit small. It was weird. But like 2 years ago, I bought size large, and it fit perfectly. So I don't know if the cut changed over time or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll look into getting them. Ivan, we're gonna hook you up when you come to New York City. Hell yeah, man. I'm excited. Mountain Biker says he's coming to New York City too. When? Because I'll be in New York City also. I'll be there June 19th to 24th.
Yeah.
Right,
Zip mentioned the fact that the old school teardrop arrow helmets were great for those short TT efforts, but no breathing. So don't wear a time trial helmet if you're trying to stay cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, fanny packs. I
There
grew
you
up
go.
with fanny packs.
Fanny packs.
The return.
That will work for you though.
That's
Keep it
true.
nice and secure. And they're coming back in style. Like
Yeah, they are.
I see the high school kids wearing them and stuff now.
Like the very hipster, like 80s, 90s look.
Yeah. I didn't think about it, but when I go on my long rides, I don't actually take my wallet. I just take a credit card and my ID, and then I'll put it in behind my phone case. So in the phone case, I have that. I don't even take the credit card anymore because my phone now I can do the Samsung Pay. So if I stop at a whatever, I've got the credit card already. So I just take the wallet or I take the ID.
That's smart.
Fanny packs were never in style.
That's true. Oh, you're July 20th? Ah, okay. That's way after me.
Okay, July 20th. All right.
For me to ride to work it's 50 miles. Gotta find it. Yeah, that's a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people who have that's one of their main turnoffs is to biking to work is that they get all sweaty and stuff. I know there's a lot of at least downtown, like here in the Loop, there's a lot of businesses that are really bike friendly. Like they have bike valet, they have huge locker rooms where you can take a shower and like your own lockers and stuff, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'd love to work for something like that.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a cop, they have locker rooms and showers. So.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so that'll work.
Dude, it doesn't matter if you're a cop; you're always gonna be dirty. Ah.
That's... Man, you got me.
Dirty copper.
To be honest, I've always had difficulty with fitment for cycling gear. Yeah, me too. Me too. That's why I just gotta try them on. I don't know. I might just go for bite the bullet and do it off Amazon. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I've had a couple of kits where I bought a top and bottom where the top fit a little loose, but the bottoms were perfect. That's usually been my problem. But that's also because I don't have any kind of a butt. Like I have a super flat butt, but a big top. So I order the size that it says to order, and the bottoms fit fine, but the tops are usually loose.
Yeah.
My own brand of fanny packs. Yeah, that's gonna be my next thing, man. Selling fanny packs.
Has anybody else bought your
high
shirts yet?
school to start selling fanny packs.
Come up with like an arrow fanny pack. Like make it a hard case, super angular, so when you're leaning over, doesn't create drag. You could sell that thing for like $300. People will buy it because it's a bike kit.
Yeah, because arrow. I mean,
Yeah.
people
You
spend
play
their
at
money on arrow.
slap Arrow on it. I saw an Arrow water bottle at the bike shop, and they wanted like 50 or 60 bucks.
What? That's just their way of getting fucking money out of you.
I know, dude.
That's
Water
ridiculous.
bottles are probably the most overpriced thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. I mean, actually, I got a thermal one for like $12, which isn't terrible, but
When
Like-
you think about the cost of the material, right? That's like the
Yeah,
same thing. It's 50 cents to make, if that, and they're making
mhm.
$8 off of it, whatever.
I'd probably assume the most expensive part is the insulation for the thermal, at least, but
They would complain about or say, hey, we had to spend a lot of money on R&D to get this right.
yeah.
That's probably what they'll try to get you.
Yeah. Yup.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I got kids coming. What's up?
Nothing.
Bringing in the pens?
Mountain bikers don't wear fanny packs. I might as well change my name is Sally and paint my bike pink. Zip, I had a pink bike.
Get back
That's
on
funny.
the lap.
No, you gotta sit on my lap right now.
Yes.
Nope, nope, nope.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right, sounds good. Job.
Okay.
Main features BPA free. My opinion. Yeah, the BPA free water bottles. Yep. I know a lot of doing that.
I like the BPA. It adds a little extra flavor to the water. It's supposed to be just messing around. Stop. Hey, I'm serious now.
Yeah, Ivan, you can guess first. And I'll tell you in chat. Nope, not the Paul. Hell no, that's too expensive for me. Too expensive.
Hey,
Oh yeah, Job said he had to go.
stop.
Or you're back.
I'm serious. You're about. Okay, now I'm getting mad.
Loyal. Nope. I went to a small one.
I'm
So
gonna
you
count
probably
to
won't
three.
like
I'm
it.
gonna get mad. No, we're done. Thank you. Thank you.
My coworker buys everything BPA free, flavor to the water. BPA free fatty pack.
I was joking about the flavor to the water.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Ivan.
Job's back.
Oh wait, why am I not logged? Wait, what? I'm not logged on? What? I'm not logged into YouTube. The fuck?
You got banned, man.
Oh shit, I did.
Brought the ban hammer down on you.
Rip.
You're not uploading enough videos for us to make money so that we can't give you money.
Hold on, let me refresh chat now. Here, I'll type in chat.
Big box bike. Oh, like not a grocery store bike,
You're driving.
Target bike or Kmart bike. I mean, so Brian's saying he's got a big box bike. If you've got a bike, you've got a bike, man. Like
That's true. A bike is a bike.
a bike is a bike, and we all got to start somewhere. When I started riding a few years ago now, it wasn't a big box bike because it was a Giant, but it was only $100, right? It was an old used 1997 mountain bike, and I rode the crap out of that. It's still in my garage. It's my bad weather bike now, and it doesn't matter as long as you got something that gets you around. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Get back.
But yeah, I still love that bike. I said a while ago I'd never get rid of it, but I've seriously considered getting rid of it now just to make room for another bike of better quality to do the same thing. I've thought about getting a fat bike to ride in the bad weather, but I'm not committed enough to do that because really for me, the fat bikes, it's really just a snow and go kind of thing. But I see other people other guys around here ride them in the mountains, and they'll take them down to the like Moab and stuff like that and ride them. But I don't know. For me, it's if I'm going to ride in the mountains, I'm going to ride a mountain bike, something a little bit faster. What you drinking, Joff?
Just apple juice.
Oh, it's just apple juice and vodka.
No, I was drinking water earlier. Now apple juice.
Oh, yeah. No, man, yeah. I'm so sad that like one, I haven't been posting any videos, and so don't really have much to talk about video wise. And mostly that's again just due to my laziness. I'm not talking at all when I'm coming home anymore. I'm just riding home, being quiet, And then in the mornings, kind of the same deal. Don't have anything to say. I just get on the bike, go to work. And yeah, that's it. But I'm glad one of the three of us is actually still a bike vlogger, because I know Chicago only puts up every once in a while. I put up like never. Good job just keeping it going, keeping it strong.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. Some days, man, especially now that the weather's better, it's like go to work, okay, come home, ride bike, and I'll get back home like maybe 8 o'clock, 8:30, and I'm just too tired to edit video. You know, I have so many vlogs that I still have not had time to edit. But with this 3-day weekend, hopefully I'll get some of this stuff edited and, you know, get it up. I've been a bit lazy this past week with getting vlogs up. I didn't realize there was actually a week I went without uploading a vlog. I was uploading those Canada Ride update videos, just keeping everyone updated with what was going on. But I've been really lazy lately with uploading videos. But hopefully I could like get back on track. Also with this new camera, it's like now I have more video to run through before uploading, and I got to make sure this kind of matches with that and all that stuff. And it's just been a lot lately. But hopefully it's improving the you know, content, you know, as long as people are happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah, my camera, I know you had a problem with your camera not too long ago with your GoPro. Like after it hit, what was it, 1,000 videos or something like that?
10,000.
10,000 videos. Mine is, I think it's the batteries is what it's got to be, because it has like no battery life. And now even if I clear it, like download all the videos off of it and tell it to format the SD card, it'll still show like 8 videos there. But
when you get home and you clear your SD card, are you letting GoPro Studio do it for you, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
And it still has stuff on the card.
Yeah. It'll still say that. Even if I like do the manual through the camera, sometimes when you can go into the trash can, hit delete all, and then format whatever. Even then, sometimes it'll still say 3 videos or 5 videos or whatever. Ivan's connection with San Francisco. I am from Sacramento, California, and my baseball team growing up was the San Francisco Giants. Football team growing up was the San Francisco 49ers. That is my connection to Spanish Fork. To San Francisco. However, this is not a San Francisco cap. This is a Spanish Fork cap, where I currently reside. This is the local high school football team is the Dons, but it does go very well with my San Francisco upbringing.
Have a good night, Kilo. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate that.
All right, later, Kilo.
See you, dude.
There was a cafe that I'm interested in going to. It's called Heritage Cycles. I don't think anybody here in the chat is from Chicago, but it's called Heritage Cycles. It's kind of like a bike cafe where you can get your bike tuned up and hang out, like grab some coffee or tea and like a bite to eat, and you can bring your bike inside and all that. It's kind of cool. It's like a little neat area for cyclists to hang out. I was debating on going to Rafa or the Heritage Cycles. And I asked people, like, you know, what's your experience going to Rafa, like the clubhouse there? And I've heard it's a really bad vibes there. It's like super elite, kind of like they're all, you know, like assholes kind of thing. Because like they're the ones that are like take it very seriously. Like they'll just ditch you.
We had a bike shop like that. Red Lantern. In the back of the bike shop, in the front was like a cafe. You know, they serve alcohol and food there, but they closed down. So yeah, that was it was cool to hang there, but I didn't really get to hang there too often, only for like group rides, so like meet up there or whatever. But that's like the next thing I want to do with the channel is kind of like have a bike shop that's like a destination place, or even like Pig Beach, if anyone remembers or know what Pig Beach is from my videos. to kind of like end my rides there, and we all just like eat burgers and drink beer there. I think it would be really cool to have a place like that to end
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I mean, like, see, the thing with my bike rides is sometimes I don't know how many people are coming. So let's say, for example, we finished at Pig Beach, or anywhere actually, for last year's Kensico Dam ride. I would be showing up to a place with 18 people on bikes. That's pretty crazy,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, eventually that's something I want to do, just like being able to show with people.
How's the Damani making out? It's good. I love it. It's so much quicker. My average speed now on my rides are way faster, and it's just way smoother too, and it's obviously not nearly as heavy. I love it. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. But yeah, no. I posted on my subreddit for like bike cameras. It was a couple weeks ago about like people, because it's a pretty big community now. It's like almost 2,300, or I think it's maybe like almost 2,400 or something like that, and it's growing like 10 a day now. It's like 10 more people are joining every day. And I was thinking about doing some like thing where it's like, because obviously there's a lot of cyclists in different cities like Toronto or Chicago, New York, Miami. I was thinking about like having like people in each city kind of like get a ride going in their cities and matching them up on bike cameras so they can all meet together and hang out. But I'm just trying to figure out how I can do that. Some people are suggesting just to meet up like at other group rides and stuff like that, but I'm just trying to get it all together. It's kind of fun because I know a lot of people on that subreddit that I made are from Chicago, so I'm trying to meet up with them and ride with them.
That's really cool, man. I'm on it right now. It's 2,500 subscribers you got there.
Oh, it's 2,500. Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah. 13 of them are online right now.
Huh. Yeah, it's pretty active. I like it, man. It's crazy.
Nice.
Crazy stuff.
That's cool, man. It's always fun to watch something grow,
Oh, I know. It is. Yeah, it's always, it's kind of cool though. Like, the main reason why I like being on there too is just to see all like these different people's commutes, like in honestly, like every city, at least in the United States. There's a lot that are obviously international too, but it's crazy.
Yeah, out here I don't see too many commuters where I'm at. Now I know they commute more up in like Provo, which is just maybe 5-10 miles away, and then north of there. But it's mostly because it's college, right? So you just have a lot of students that are in Provo for BYU. There's actually another university right there too called University of Utah, or not University of Utah, Utah Valley University. And then up in Salt Lake, you got the U. And so there's a ton of people who commute up there just because it's good for students, like, your situation, right? So cheap transportation. And if you live downtown, it's easy to get around.
Oh, yeah. And what kind of sucks, though, too, is CPD's telling me I might need to get a car. So that's going to suck. But I'm still going to commute by bike all the time. It's just I got to get a car for the equipment that I got to transport. So I got to worry about parking and all that shit.
Hey, Scrag, why don't you do some Salt Lake City vlogs?
See you past life. See you, man.
It'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just not a lot that I want to do up in Salt Lake ever. So going up there would just be strictly to ride and shoot the footage. There is a lot of stuff up there though that would be cool to show on video. The whole downtown Temple Square area is pretty historic, and if you're into architecture, I think that the buildings that they got there, the temple, the Salt Lake Temple, and the tabernacle they got is pretty cool. And it'd be cool to just ride around that stuff with the bike.
But you're talking about Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
I've heard that Salt Lake City is honestly like such a I don't know how to say it, like not in a mean way, but I've heard it's just like really boring.
I'm sure for anybody who's a normal person, it is. I mean, Utah is that way though. Like,
okay. Well, I was just curious because I heard like, I don't know, there's just like not a lot to do, at least in the downtown area.
For nightlife kind of stuff, I would agree. But if you're if you're into any kind of outdoor activity, Salt Lake is a perfect spot to be because you go north and you're up in the mountains. You go south and you can get down to the lake, or I guess you go to the Great Salt Lake, but I don't know anybody that wants to go there. You go out to the desert. I mean, you're pretty centrally located up in that valley to quite a bit of outdoor activity stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, it's affordable too for a big city.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing is we're growing like crazy right now. Home prices, oh my gosh, it's just insane the amount of development that's going on and the pricing, how fast it's growing. So much stuff is coming.
We're losing people here in Chicago. A lot of people are leaving, but it's weird. It's like the density of Chicago is like it's getting more centralized. So it's like the Loop, River North, West Loop, South Loop. It's all becoming high rises now. It's like more people are moving out from the outer areas of the city, more either out of state or more inland. So it's just kind of weird. Just everything's getting more centralized here, or everyone's leaving.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
Yeah. They estimate that Spanish Fork, where I live, the population in 10 years is going to double, which is pretty. I mean, we only have 30,000 people, or maybe like 32,000 here, but that's pretty crazy that in 10 years to have the population just double. But
have a good night, Zip. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out. Appreciate it. Is the stream frozen? Is
Zip,
it?
Thanks for all the goodies you had sent me. I never got to say you, or I guess I did say thank you, but thank you for.
I think is this stream frozen? Oh wait, no, it's not for me. Is it for you guys or no?
No, it looks like it's still playing on my end.
On the YouTube side, I'm looking through the actual YouTube video. The YouTube side, it was frozen for a bit.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like it's good now. Looks like it's coming through good now. But like within our Google Hangout stream, it was fine.
All right. Yeah. Trying to think though, like if you guys were interested in doing this more often, how often would you guys want to do it? Once a month? And if we do this, then we need to commit to it, like starting now. But I mean, if you guys wanted to, how would you guys want to do that? Because I know we all have different schedules all the time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we could do, like the last Wednesday of the month on the first Friday.
Oh yeah.
Or like some kind of schedule like that.
Yeah.
But we always know when it's gonna happen.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'll help more people come in and know when to watch us.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll try to figure that out though. So that'll be kind of interesting. Because schedule always helps.
Yeah, I'm easy. So as long as I know ahead of time to make sure that I get out early that day.
Yeah.
I was kind of sweating it today because I had a pretty good amount of stuff left to do, and I was like, I guess I could do that tomorrow. I put off stuff yesterday, not to make you feel bad, Chicago. I put off stuff yesterday, and so putting it on to today.
Well, now I feel bad.
And then today I was just like, oh, I should have done that stuff last night.
Anyway. Yeah, I'm looking at Provo on Street View. I love Street View, I don't know why. But I'm looking at Google Street View, like Provo. There's so much construction going on there. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I mean, Street View is probably from a while ago, but
it says 2017.
Oh, does it?
Okay. Yeah.
You must be down on Main Street in Provo then, because they've been doing
Center. Yeah, I'm at Center Street or whatever. And
yeah. Center and Freedom has got tons.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yep. Freedom Boulevard and Center. Yep.
Yeah, tons of stuff going on there. They there was a building that burned down and they turned it into a temple. And so when they turned it into a temple, Mormons love their temples. They tore down a bunch of other buildings around it to build, I guess, parking structures or buildings to support the temple staff. I don't know. Anyway, so there's a ton of construction, and then they're widening the road now too. So it's even more construction.
And widening the road.
Yeah, it kind of sucks because there used to be a really nice bike lane going north and south on Freedom Boulevard that they're basically encroaching on that now to give another car lane. But
yeah, it sucks. People, I don't know why people think that adding more lanes is going to reduce traffic, because it doesn't. I feel like if you add more biking infrastructure, the more biking infrastructure you add, the less traffic there will be, because people will find it a viable option to bike instead of drive.
Yeah. I've seen in some cities that they actually have made it more difficult or more congested for cars so that you're influenced to ride a bike more. And so they're actually trying to make it so that you are sick of driving a car.
Well, okay, I was just on Twitter. It's fucking crazy in New York City, man. Like traffic.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
It's insane.
I was gonna say a lot of the roads that were 2 lanes going one way, now they're 1 lane going one way.
Oh,
and,
really?
They make these little shoulders, so it's kind of like a bike lane now, because you don't have 2 cars going like max speed the whole time. And yeah, you're by far more inclined to ride a bicycle. Also, like the psychology behind it is, if it's 2 lanes, it's a fast road. If it's 1 lane, it's not supposed to be a fast road, even though the speed limit didn't really change. So, you know, that's a way to calm the traffic down a bit, and also allow bikes to somewhat ride safely on the road, or safer on the road.
Here, I don't know if you guys can see this. It's probably won't put the. You guys probably can't see it, but I'm trying to show you. That's New York. Yeah, it's not zooming in, but that was like an intersection the other day.
Looks like my life when I'm commuting to work.
That's insane, dude. Like Chicago's never that bad. It's bad here, but it's not that bad. Plus, I mean, we don't have. I feel like in New York City, you guys have a lot more roads that are wider. Here in Chicago, we don't have that many.
Depends.
I just feel like, I don't know. Well, I mean, compared to like here in Chicago, it's kind of like a one-way. There's a lot of one-way streets, or not one-ways, but I mean like 2-lane roads. I mean, you know what I mean? I feel like when I'm watching your videos, there's a lot of like 3 or 4-lane roads. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because you're seeing a lot of like in my commutes, for example, I'm going through downtown Brooklyn and also the financial district. So those areas are very popular, as opposed to being uptown Manhattan, in the Bronx, parts of Brooklyn, Queens. So you're seeing like a very, very small part of the city, which also happens to be a very busy part of the city.
Okay.
Yeah. But when you see the Kensico ride in the beginning, we'll be in the Bronx, and you'll see the roads aren't really all. I mean, they're pretty wide, but the Bronx doesn't have that many people. The population density isn't as bad compared to the other boroughs.
Well, I was gonna ask Ivan, or I don't know if Freddie's still in here, or Jav, like, have you ever guys been to, I think it's called Tottenville? Like the far, yeah, like the far south neighborhood?
No, I've never been there.
Oh, okay.
I barely go to Staten Island. You know, there's only 2 ways to get to Staten Island from the rest of New York City.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's only 2 ways to get there: by ferry or by the Verrazano Bridge.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's why Staten Island is constantly referred to as the Forgotten Borough.
That's interesting. Oh, like, yeah, because one of the bridges, the Bayonne Bridge goes in New Jersey now. Bayonne Bridge.
Yeah, Bayonne. I think Goethals and Outer Bridge. Bayonne comes from Bayonne, Jersey, so it might be northern Staten Island.
Yeah, the Bayonne. Yeah, I think the Bayonne Bridge. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's the northern one. Yeah.
And then the other 2 are Outer Bridge. Outer Bridge is actually the guy named. It was named after someone, so that's why it's not called Outer Bridge. It's called Outer Bridge Crossing.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then you have Goethals.
Yeah, I'm looking, dude. It's crazy, man. It's just like weird to think, dude. Like, I'm just on Google Street View, like at Tottenville right now, and it's so like, I wouldn't say rural, but it's so empty, and it's just weird to think this is New York City.
Yeah, see, when people think about New York City, they think about like all the lights and the tall buildings and all that stuff. But actually, half the New York City properties are like basic 1, 2, 3 family homes. So yeah, you know, you kind of get the wrong image of New York at times. It's not your fault, you know. It's just like TV and all that stuff. that allows that to happen.
Yeah, it looks like a suburb. It's crazy, man. It's like there's a Target and everything. Like, yeah, it does not look bike friendly. Like Ivan just said, it's too cut off. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm assuming it's really car centric, like Staten Island.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, Staten Island hate bikes.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's one of the
I'm
nice things about being out west, I think, is just because they spread everything out more, you know? So there was so much more land out here when everybody came out here that the cities went more, wide or whatever,
Yep.
and didn't all condense like they did back east and Midwest,
See,
really.
I like the density though. I feel like density is important. Like at least for me, I just don't like the sprawl of things.
It's great. You would like Houston then.
Yeah,
Actually, I take that back. Houston might be a little too expensive.
It's not terrible though. Like there's a lot of growth out
compared
there.
Compared to Spanish Fork.
Oh yeah. I mean, as far as like big cities and stuff go, I'm just not a fan of anything bigger than where I'm at right now. Because when I go to visit anybody in California anymore, I just get sick of it so fast.
Staten Island is really suburban New Jersey. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, they should just give Staten Island to New Jersey.
You think New York City's will try and ride a bike in Manchester? The roads barely fit cars, and the places most were laid out for bloody carts, I think. Oh yeah, isn't there a lot of cobblestone out there? No, right? A lot of cobblestone like roads.
Seems so.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll learn how to ride a bike without training wheels on a banana bike. Oh shit, nice.
Man, I would love to come back out west, man. It was so cool being out there.
Dude, you guys need to come to Chicago. Like, fuck.
And trying to get killed, man. Donald Trump said that he's sending the feds.
Wait, what? What happened?
No, I said I'm not trying to get killed out there. Donald Trump said he's sending the
Fuck out of here. Nah, I ride through the bad parts quite often. It's as long as you like keep yourself, you're usually fine.
Yeah, I ride through some rough parts in New York City every now and again.
Yeah.
But whatever. You just kind of mind your own business and
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Man, Salt Lake City looks pretty cool, man. I need to come out here.
I want to say perception is China during communist era. Cycling was key mode of transportation. Now with consumerism taking hold, cars are being strongly marketed into public. Yeah, I've seen that like in a lot of countries. Like I think it's the Philippines too and stuff like that, and countries similar like to that, where cars are just becoming a huge commodity and more people are getting them, which sucks.
Right. They're becoming cheaper, man. I mean, overall cars are expensive, but you could get like a decent used car for like maybe $4 or $5 grand.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to get a car nowadays.
Oh, yeah. What Ryan said, they were trying pilot program. I seen with Dockless. They just did the Dockless run-a-bikes here in Chicago on the far south side. I don't know how it's working out so far, but dude, there's even there's a small city over kind of like Chicago. It's like north central Illinois called Rockford, which is like maybe a city of I think like 80,000, 70,000 people, and they have the Dockless run-a-bikes over there too, which I'm kind of surprised about. And they just implemented them here in Chicago. They're out in San Francisco, which they also have like the electric scooters. They have them in Dallas, which I heard is a shit show because people just like leave them everywhere.
That's what I saw was not a news article. It was actually a video that played in my autoplay thing, and it was about the Dockless bikes and how the problem with it is that the companies who are doing it seem to be more focused on making money than like creating a good program, and so they don't maintain the bikes, and the bikes just get left here, there, everywhere. They don't, nobody cares about them, and so they just fall apart and eventually just get thrown away, or they build up and people just crazy places. So it almost seems like having a dock is better because then it gives you direction, like, okay, I'm going to take this bike and then I'm going to bring it back to this point.
Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of like here in Chicago, it's so limited. Like unless you're in the Loop or in some neighborhoods in the north side, like there's dock stations like every other block, but like there's a lot of neighborhoods here that don't have dock stations for miles and miles and miles. So that's the only thing. I do like the idea of like a dockless bike, but I feel like people are assholes and they'll vandalize them. I've seen a lot of pictures of them being thrown in like people's yards or trees and in like oceans and rivers, so it's litter.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's a good idea. It's just people fucking ruin it, which sucks. How did I come to choose the Domani? I don't know. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't even know how to. Yeah, it's Domani. Um, I think. Oh, well, actually, the main thing was like the way like the handlebars are more up because I wanted to do long distance biking, so it's more comfortable. So pretty much comfort because my other bike is like it's lowered, so it's less comfortable for small commutes. Well, this bike, which I've been using mainly, is better for comfort and longer rides. I just need to get that saddle.
That's kind of what drove me to the Defy. When I got the Defy, I was looking at either Cannondale Synapse or Synapse, however you say it. The Trek, Demane, and then I think really Giant was the only other option for me. I had looked at the Specialized bikes, but really what it came down to was in 2017 for the dollar, Giant had by far the best options. The through axles were kind of the deal breaker for me because having disc brakes, which I wanted, I definitely had to have disc brakes because I ride all year round on the bike and in the wet, the snow, whatever. And I wanted to be able to stop. And so I needed disc brakes. And then knowing with my mountain bike that having a through axle with disc brakes makes getting the tires or the wheels on and off and not having to worry about aligning your brakes and all that other stuff easier. So I wanted a bike with disc brakes and through axles. And in 2017, the only bike that offered it was Giant. So that's what drove me to it. And the price. That's the other thing.
Yeah, how much was yours?
It was just under 2,000. It was 1950. But again, for carbon, for 105 gearing, for disc brakes, hydraulic brakes, through axles, all that stuff, it was several $100s cheaper than the next closest comparable.
Yeah, I get you. Synapse to money, Roubaix? Did that pronounce it? Roubaix?
Yeah, the Roubaix. Yeah, that was the Specialized version of the endurance geometry.
Yeah, all endurance geometry. Okay.
Yeah, and Specialized is, in my opinion, Specialized is the most overpriced.
I can see that.
You get some extras on it though. I mean, you get a nice saddle. That's probably the real big kicker for the Specialized is you get a really nice saddle.
That's it.
Well, I mean, if you just buy the saddle that comes on it, I want to say it's like $200 or $300. I'm not positive about that, but
really?
Yeah, it's a nice saddle. I mean, but Specialized makes aftermarket parts, right? That's what they do. So you get a nice thing there. They got a couple of other kind of goofy features that is unique to Specialized. That if you believe in them, then cool. If you don't, then they just seem like gimmicks.
Yeah.
Demane with all the Bontrager, however you say it, stuff seems pretty nice too. Synapse or Synapse, Cannondale stuff is all decent, but it's kind of like Giant where you're going to upgrade most of it later on anyway.
Yeah. And
Giant definitely is the one that I think, again, you just get bang for your buck. So the saddle's decent, but it's not fantastic. The components, the accessories and stuff like that are decent, but not fantastic. So it leaves you dollars to spend later. But
yeah, I'm looking at and I keep getting distracted by Google Street View, but I'm looking at the bike lanes you guys have in Salt Lake City. I'm jealous, man. A lot of them are curb protected. A lot of them are. Looks nice.
Yeah.
The thing is here, like in Chicago, the protected bike lanes are all they have like the bollards, but they're all knocked down by like UPS or FedEx, and then people just start parking in them.
Is that Katie's book?
Yeah, someone wrote these words all in her book.
Really?
Hoe, whore, slut.
Okay, well that's great. She doesn't know who did it?
No, she said she left it at her desk, and when she went to her bathroom, she came back and someone wrote all the stuff in her. Should I take it to her school tomorrow?
Well, what are you going to do about it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, well, we can talk about it.
Okay.
There's not much you can do about it now, right?
I mean, I can go to school tomorrow and figure out what class they were in and.
Okay.
On the disc. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
All of New York is the toughest section.
She's pretty upset about it, you know.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you guys gotta. When I'm out there in New York, you guys gotta send me to the nice bars.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of those clubs though.
Hey,
She's
Greg.
probably gonna do a free book.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
What's
she's
up?
gonna
No, finish.
all the.
I just got drama with my 13-year-old.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Like she's gonna probably miss all those signatures again
Maybe.
from her teachers and stuff.
I don't know what to tell you, Jess. I mean,
I'm just gonna mute Greg for now.
All right. Oh, is he back? No. It's hard to tell when he's back.
Greg, if you're back, just put your hands in the air.
Lick the screen.
Okay. I'm just saying. Listen, I mean, it sounds like some kid vandalized his kid's book or whatever. In Harlem, you get your ass whipped for doing shit like that. I'm talking about the parent will come and whip your ass for doing shit like that. So I guess that's how they handle it in Chicago as well.
Yeah. Or they bring a gun. One, two. Old retired topless ladies. Oh.
Speaking of topless ladies, Chicago, when we're in Times Square, we'll find the topless ladies for you.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, is he back? He's back.
can I unmute myself? Is that possible?
You're good.
You're good. We hear you now. I just muted you because it sounded a bit personal over there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to flip. I was trying to flip the mic on and off, and so basically, I mean, not to give out too much personal stuff. My daughter, my oldest daughter, her yearbook got vandalized at school. Somebody went through and tagged it with all kinds of slanderous stuff, and so she's pretty upset. Yeah, she left it on her desk. No, that's what my wife was saying. Like, what should I do? Should I take it back to the school? I'm like, there's not a lot you can do because you don't know who did it, but you know.
Like I was saying to Chicago, after I muted you, like in Harlem, the parents will show up to the school and start whipping ass over shit like that.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it'd be rough out there, Scrag. It'd be rough out there.
I mean, it's teenagers, right? I remember being a teenager and I did all kinds of stupid stuff that I regret now looking back on it. It's just continuing. But now, people seem way meaner now. I definitely think that with the internet and, how kids talk online, even though there's anonymity, it's still like they say it online, even though they know each other in person, right? And so it's crazy because it was one thing when I was a kid and you would talk crap about somebody you never know or never would see, and you could just be this, internet gangster. But now it's like people are that way and they know each other in real life. And so online, you're just a completely different person. And then you show up at school and it's just, fake and vapid, just teenage girls doing stuff. But yeah, it's sad. So she spent the day up at the local amusement park here in Utah called Lagoon, and she had a good day. But then when she got back to school and got her yearbook, somebody had tagged it with all kinds of stuff. Like basically every page with everybody's nice comments is written on over the top of it with a big green marker, that calling her names and stuff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, pretty messed up. But I mean, here's the thing: like, you're not gonna remember this. Hopefully, in 6 months when you go back to school, or a few months when you go back to school, it's just gonna be
it's gonna blow over.
It is what it is. But it seems like a big deal now, right? I remember in high school seemed like a big deal. But nowadays, it's just like, I look back on it, it's just, I know I was dumb. I know I did stupid stuff. And people did stupid stuff to me. It goes, over your shoulder.
The best part is the people did stupid stuff for you when you catch them at H&M and they're doing checkout and they could barely read and they could barely do their job, and you see their manager yelling at them. That's just a good feeling. But it's funny, now that people talk shit to each other online, like what Greg was saying, like they know each other, they see each other at school every day, they talk shit online. I remember back when I was in high school, some guy said something else about the next guy on the internet, and he just went up to him in person like, yo, I don't even have a problem with you, but if you want to fight about it, we can fight about it. And everyone is just watching like, yo, this guy went 0 to 100 real quick on this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, you see all these high school shootings nowadays, and it's because people take all this stuff so seriously. Like, they don't understand that this point in your life ultimately doesn't mean anything, right? It seems so, oh my gosh, you know, my life is ruined because somebody called me a name or somebody didn't talk to me or blah, 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 blah. And I can barely remember most of the people I knew in high school, right? It's just, it is what it is. It's just the past.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad that you have to go through that crap to get to this point in life where you just don't care. You can, you know, if somebody rolls up on you and calls you a name, you're just like, okay, whatever. I can't go to jail because I got bills to pay. So,
yeah.
It's funny. It's funny. It's actually, that's kind of a funny story. So, remember, I'm saying how stupid I was when I was younger. I did this one time. So this is where everybody online can say, oh yeah, Scrag, you just brought it on yourself, you know, with your kid getting picked on at school. Because I picked on somebody when I was in, it would have been high school. And it wasn't a kid that I picked on. It was actually an adult that I picked on. And he was a guy that owned the other paintball field that was a competitor to the paintball field that I worked at. And me and another kid went online and just roasted his forum, just, you know, put all kinds of stuff on there about how him and his brother, this older guy, I mean, this guy was like in his 40s or 50s, about him and his brother, you know, were inbred this, inbred that, and whatever. Well, somehow this guy found out it was me and this other kid. So he started stalking me. It was crazy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so one day I was at a golf course golfing with my girlfriend, now my wife, and the guy comes up to me on the golf course with his two, you know, older than me sons. They were probably like 18, 19, 20, whatever. And kind of just calls me out right there on the golf course. Like, I know you've been talking this stuff. You better stop. You know, it can get you hurt really bad. And his two sons were there to, you know, be the henchman or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of like, whatever, man, F you, you know, get out of my face. But like, looking back on it, I was so stupid, you know, like I shouldn't have ever done that. It was that whole anonymity thing that I thought I was anonymous and I could say the stuff and never get caught. And when I got caught, I was like, oh crap, like stuff got real. And this dude's knows where I live. Like, he told me my address and everything.
Shit.
Yeah. Like, his brother, and what I found out later was his brother, the other guy that co-owned the thing, he worked for the U.S. Postal Service. So he could get all kinds of information on me. So I was easy to track down. And he told me my address. He told me, you know, the car I drove, like all this stuff. So I knew that he had been following me and all this stuff. So it was crazy. But yeah, so I was young and dumb and did all kinds of stupid stuff. I actually later on, like a couple of years later, I went and apologized to the guy. Like, went to him face to face, shook his hand, told the dude, like, you know, I really regret what I did back when I did it. You know, looking back on life, like, that was a huge mistake. And, you know, but at the time, just being stupid, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you.
The internet was just becoming a thing when I was a kid.
I had dial-up until I was in college, man.
Yeah, I think I had dial-up when that was all going on. But
yeah. I don't know if you're looking in the chat, but me and my girlfriend were talking about some dumb stuff that happened in high school. One thing was this cow that someone took the teacher like stuffed toy cow and ripped it up and wrote on it "Rest in Pieces." And it turned out that someone gave her that cow as a really important gift. So everyone in the class thought it was me that did it, and I'm sitting there like, you know, like I have no clue what this cow is.
Mm-hmm.
So long story short, they figure out who it was. The guy gets like detention. But it's just funny how people do stuff, and it's like, oh, you'll never know it's me, blah blah blah. But yes, Greg, you somehow got caught now. Did you name yourself like Scrag 101 on the internet? Was that your alias on the internet? Oh, he'll never find me. Jamie Mac 101.
So this way back in the day of like the early internet days of forums and whatnot, you could just type in whatever name you wanted with every comment. There was no password, no login, no nothing. So you could literally call yourself anything you wanted with each post. And you know, I think the forums, you could ban that name or something, but you would just type in a different name and you were not banned anymore. You know, it was the early days of forums. So, but yeah, that's one of those things. I even went as far as to get like, do you remember those Calvin pissing on stickers? Like you'd see Calvin and Hobbes. I went as far as to get some of those stickers made with this guy's name on it.
Oh man!
And had it on the back of my truck. So after I found out that the guy knew who I was and everything, I kind of went through this phase of, you know, getting ready to fight the guy at some point in time because I didn't know how things were going to go. So I figured, you know, maybe I'll harass him even more by putting these stickers on my truck. That way, if he ever sees me, he sees his name, gets on. But
all out.
Like I said, I was stupid. But it's what it's like to be a 16, 17, 18-year-old guy full of testosterone. You don't know what to do with it.
That's true.
Working a paintball shop.
Working at a paintball shop. Yeah. Shooting people on the weekends.
That's funny, man.
Yeah. Yep. So how many jobs have you guys had? That's one of those things that it's crazy when I tell people I've only had really 3 jobs in my entire life. And they're like, no way, you know, I've had like 10, 15, 20 jobs. And I go, yeah, no, I worked at Taco Bell, then I worked at a paintball store, and then I worked for the company I've been working for now.
Yeah, I've only had 2. I worked at a hand car wash for about 3 years until I had to go to school, and then the pet sitting job, and then CPD's coming up, so that'll be my 3rd and hopefully final. So, yeah.
I worked in my old high school when I worked in my high school while I was in high school, graduated, then went back and worked more for some reason, doing like various things. So I want to call that one big job, even though I would get like paid in different ways by different people, like different programs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I graduated college, never stepped foot in that building again. Then I got this job like 6 months after I graduated college, and now I have the job I have now. And I'm probably going to be leaving it pretty soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I remember you were like interviewing for other jobs, but
yeah. I'll tell you more about it offline. But pretty much, it seems like I got it. They just have to like make a posting for me and kind of go through that little song and dance type thing. Yeah.
Won't be fine when you're mad young. Yeah, it's just even. I think CPD will probably be the job that'll hold me over. So, what's that?
Till you retire.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, you can get full retirement after 20 years or something like that. So you'll only be in your 50s.
Yeah, which is nice.
That's crazy.
Once I die before that.
Yeah.
Knowing my luck, fuck, dude, I'm biking and a cop. Shit, dude. That's double jeopardy right there. So
we're gonna catch Chicago on the news shooting some unarmed black guy.
Oh, he'll be. Oh my gosh!
I'll be the one.
I'm just gonna be like, oh fuck, man.
I know that guy. I know that guy.
I'll be the one that's dead.
I'll be, oh shit, man.
I refuse to shoot anybody.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
It's funny. So I was telling my coworker about the whole Super Bowl thing when the cops showed up, and I was saying to him, "Yeah, man, this one female officer, she was ready to like just tackle someone to the ground. Like she was like mad rough, like in the way she was speaking." And my coworker was telling me he has a buddy or his cousin is a cop, and the cops hate or the police department hates when cops don't use their weapons. So one guy was like in like hand-to-hand combat, like a fist fight with the perpetrator. And the cop did not want to use his gun or stun gun or anything. So the cop actually injures his wrist and got written up for that. He did not follow proper procedures by taking out his weapon and using it on the guy. So,
Hey, what weapon was it? Like a gun?
well, they wanted him, I guess, at the bare minimum to use a stun gun, get him on the ground, and handcuff him. But the guy decided to like get in a fist fight with the guy.
Yeah,
I thought that would have been better, instead of harming the guy. But I'm sure like the stun gun doesn't have long-term effects.
No, plus I feel like it's a little. I know I'm probably gonna get like shit for this, but I feel like it's a little unprofessional to fist fight as a cop. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can see why they'd be in trouble for that, but at the same time, I don't blame them for not wanting to use a weapon.
Yeah.
They were more mad that he got injured during the fight, so the guy was was out of duty for a few weeks because he injured his wrist. So.
Yeah, that could be like a liability for the department too. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no weed arrests. The mayor of New York is telling the cops do not arrest people for smoking weed in public.
Good. Wait, he's telling them not to, right? Not to arrest them?
Yeah, do not arrest anyone for smoking weed in public.
Good.
Which I find to be funny because there's going to be there's going to be many cops, I'm sure, who will still arrest people.
It's always
people will go to court over it, and the cops or the city of New York can easily say, well, it's still the law, so we're still going to prosecute you for this.
I wonder if that's the start of not criminalizing drug users and putting them in the prison, because we really need to stop doing that.
Right.
I feel like it's always usually the older generation of cops that are really strict on that. It's like younger generation of police officers that are more lenient on it. Because who cares? I mean, fuck it. It's not harming anybody. So
I was watching. There's a police officer that does vlogs. I can't remember his name now. We've talked about him before.
Officer Rob, Officer 401.
401, yeah. I think 401.
Does he still make videos?
Yeah, he does all kinds of stuff still. Anyway, so he was even saying that you can be a cop and have used drugs in the past now. Where when I remember growing up, like if you had smoked weed, you're done. Like you fail that incoming exam right away. But he was saying, yeah, things are different now. They know people use weed or whatever drugs, and as long as you don't lie about it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can speak too much on it, but during the process when I was going through the process for CPD, I think it's like as long as you don't use hardcore drugs. But yeah, like I took the psychological exam and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure as long as you don't lie about it, you're fine. But it depends on what drugs you use. So like if you say if somebody smoked weed and then they lied about it on the psychological exam, then they're done. But then if they admit it, then they're probably still fine. So
well, how would they know? How would they know if you smoked weed if it was like years ago? Because that doesn't stay in your system for that long, does it?
They ask you a question because they hook you up to everything, dude. When I was in there, they hooked you up to everything, and they ask you a couple of questions that you're supposed to lie to. So they can tell, like, when you're lying, they can see your heartbeat, and then they ask you like questions that you're supposed to obviously tell the truth on, so they can also determine the heartbeat when you're telling the truth. And then they just ask the question like, hey, did you smoke weed in the past? I'm like, no, it's fine. But for somebody who said yeah, if they did smoke weed in the past, and if they're being truthful, then it'll remain the same. But if they lie, then they know because their heartbeat will go up. So yeah, I've met somebody who failed the psychological exam like 3 times because he didn't want to admit he smoked weed. But I mean, fuck, who cares, man? Like, they don't care anymore.
He didn't want to admit that.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. That's one of those things that I like looking back, not that I'm disappointed where I'm at in life now, but I've often thought I missed a calling in law enforcement and like military service. I wish I had made that a focus early on in my life, but I got married young and had kids young, so it never was really a good reality for me. But if I were to be able to go back in time and tell myself like, okay, do this, I wish that I had joined the military and I had pursued a law enforcement career, just because it's in my blood. Like my dad was, well, he was only a security officer, but he's an MP in the Army. He chose not to be a cop because for him, he saw what it was like being an MP, and he felt that he saw the system was just really corrupt, and he didn't want to be part of that and have all the crap that goes on with being a cop, like a lot of suicides and just the alcoholism and all that stuff.
Yep.
And so he kind of told me, that was one of the reasons why he said, don't join the Army because of these things, what it does to you, whatnot. But ultimately, looking back on it, I think it probably would have been a good thing for me. He just got a really sour experience because he was in Vietnam. And for him, being drafted and being forced to go in the military was different than wanting to join. And the military is different now than it was then.
Yeah. And same with like policing too. It's different. There's a lot more programs to help police officers as well with all that. So, and plus, yeah. I mean, I can't really speak for myself in the future, but I'm not gonna fake wood. I don't think I would have an issue with that, and like that, like going all kind of like going and resorting to alcohol and stuff like that. And I don't think I'll have that issue. But I mean, fuck, who knows? It's the future.
And I get it though, like just the stress of the day-to-day, grind of being a cop, right? So it's one of those things that since I've become the general manager, I see a lot more of the dirty side of each employee than I ever did before, right? Because problems just come to me, and not trying to throw any of my employees under the bus, but just seeing how messed up some people's lives are. And as a cop, right? So most of the time you're responding to somebody's messed up life. And just constantly seeing that negativity, I can see why it can wear on people.
You pretty much deal with the worst of people every day, so.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Other than that, yeah, I kind of regret not giving some service to my country or to my local cities, whatnot.
Hey man, your life turned out fine, so.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, no regrets. I'm happy where I'm at in life. I'm glad that I can support my family and take care of my kids and have the nicer things that I have now because of where I'm at. But like I said, I like as a personal accomplishment thing, I feel like there's that gap where it would have been great to have at least had some service.
Hey, that's a banger.
Yeah.
That's wasn't that Ultimate Denzel Curry? Yeah, right? I think it is. I don't know. It's a rapper. I hear officers all day talking to people, and it's one crazy thing after another. Yeah. Some crazy shit, man. The big cities, especially even the smaller towns too. It's a fucking bunch of whack jobs.
Yeah, that's actually the whistle from Kill Bill.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Okay, and then I think the rapper Denzel Curry used it in his song.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good night, Nigel. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Appreciate that, man. Hope you have a good night. I'm probably gonna be calling it a night in a minute too myself.
Yeah. It's already almost 11. I know Scrag is like call a night.
Not even 9 o'clock yet, man. What are you talking about?
Man, the sun is still up.
Yeah, it's just starting to get you can still see how sunny it is here.
Oh,
what?
Shit. That's crazy.
Damn.
Let me switch it to the Strike's camera. Let me lock on the Strike camera. That's crazy, man. Like, get off the computer. What are you talking about, man?
I can still go out and ride, man. I can see just fine. You didn't ask if I had my gun tonight, Job. I was all prepared. I was going to shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm just sitting here having a live stream with my boys.
Wait, you didn't ask if I had my my little nail filer with me. This is all I could carry. Where's my daily driver? Where's my keychain? I got one of my keychains so I could find my keys that I need for tomorrow morning. I don't know. My desk is so messy. I go through security all the time with this thing, and no one ever knows, man. No one ever knows.
Yep.
I went to Houston with it. Actually.
I was gonna say the worst part would be when you get caught with it.
I was like, oh shit! I thought that was my other key. Strike, do you ride with that big gun there, man?
Yeah,
riding on the side of the road.
It's got a breakaway strap there, so I can unclip it from my bike. I just put it on the top tube.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, man. See, I don't care about the pounds, right? So I try to build my strength by carrying extra weaponry everywhere I go. Even though I think statistically here, I'm more likely to get struck by lightning than get robbed or anything like that. So.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Greg, how often do you go shooting?
Not often enough, man. My daughter actually was asking me the other day if I would take her out. So it's probably been a year since I've actually been out shooting. So it's time.
I would love to go shooting one day, man.
What's funny is, if you want to go shooting, I don't know where you even go. If I want to go shooting, I just drive about 10 minutes that way, and there's a giant mountain I can shoot at. So.
I'll just go to the South Bronx and start making enemies with some of the gang members out there. I'll figure it out pretty quick.
Don't let your girlfriend hear that.
I go to Brownsville here in Brooklyn, which is probably 20-minute ride, 30-minute ride. Yeah. So, yeah.
Just don't worry, Adj. It's not a rifle. It's a shotgun. So.
We have a shooting range, at least one here in New York City, and you need to take the safety course that they offer if you don't have a permit or license or whatever, whichever one. And I've been reading into how do you get your license and all that stuff. So the basic thing that's really easy to get would be for a shotgun, for a non-handgun. Those are really, really easy. To get a handgun license or permit or whatever they want to call it, you would have to keep your gun and ammo in 2 separate lock boxes. So you can never have the two together, even in your home, I believe. So if someone ever broke in your house, you'll have to just say, hey, just give me a minute here. Let me get the keys.
Moment. Hold on.
One moment. Before you start robbing me, let me just get my keys, get my shit together. And then you could come through the window again, and we could start from fresh, start from jump,
Yeah.
It's funny. I think I sent you the articles, Greg, that one of the NASCAR owners, he had a home invasion, and I think he had his gun right on his nightstand. And if it weren't for that, they probably would have robbed his shit.
Yeah.
And think about where he lives. He probably lives in a very nice neighborhood. It's probably worth. He's a multimillionaire, no doubt about it. Richard Childress. Let me see what his
address is.
Let's see what his net worth is. About quarter billion.
Wow.
Okay, so he lives in a nice neighborhood. He's not living in Compton or whatever, right?
Right.
And someone broke into his house. So, I mean, just think about your average American. And I was thinking about this earlier today. I hate when people. So, here in New York, we have a lot of liberal politicians. Obviously, I hate when they talk about how we shouldn't have guns. Pretty much, that's the angle they're going for. And they're like, all right, good night, everyone. And they have armed guards in front of them, behind them, on the sides. I'm like, shit, you don't got to worry about carrying a gun. You never have to touch a gun, you know? But, for the average guy like me and you, we got to look out for ourselves and whatnot. And this guy's worth $250 million, probably has a really nice house, really nice security system, and still got people breaking in his house. And, he had his gun ready to go.
Not even allowed a baton. Damn.
That's crazy.
Oh, no. Actually, so a knife like this, the knife itself is actually legal. It does fit the requirements. If a cop stops you, or stop me with this knife, and if he ask me why do I have the knife, and I say, oh, you know, I walk through this neighborhood and these guys like to try to beat me up, I could actually be arrested for that because your reason for having a knife actually does come into play. Or I could say, oh, you know, sometimes when I ride my bike, I just need to cut my brake cables because they get caught up in the spokes. As stupid as that sounds, my reason isn't to harm anyone.
Right.
Irregardless of the knife being the same exact knife that I could carry and either do good with it or bad with it.
Yep.
So, yeah, the laws here are pretty terrible. I might be moving out west. Greg, I might be your neighbor, Greg. We can ride to work together. I'm gonna get a job up with you, and I can sweep the floors, whatever you need me to do up there.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure sweeping the floors pay decent money for me to live off of. You know, relatively speaking, like cost of living and all that stuff. So
yeah, our entry level positions are $12 an hour. And that's an okay wage.
Man, that's perfect. That's more than enough. That's exactly what I need right there.
I was gonna say minimum wage here is, I want to say like $7, something like that.
Are you guys are in line with the federal minimum wage?
Yeah.
So $7.25. We're at 11, I think, here in New York.
Yeah, I don't think that Utah has a state minimum wage. But I mean, if you want to have decent workers, you got to pay better than that. You know, you're just going to get people who actually aren't looking for a job. They just want to bounce around and stay on unemployment, but they got to work for you for like a day.
People scamming out here. Just like, yeah, I tried working and they fired me, man.
Yeah, they just do such a bad job that you won't keep them.
That's some funny shit, man. But it's probably the truth.
Yeah. It's what you see, man. It's one of those things that, like, now that I do interviews with potential employees, you can get the feel from people really fast, like why they're there. If they're actually there for a job, or if they're there just to meet the requirements to say that they interviewed for a job. And they'll be straight up with you and just be like, yeah, I can't do a lot if I have to stand, or if I have to sit, or if I have to read a lot. I'm not good at that. It gives me headaches and I have to take a lot of time off. And it's like, that's how they'll interview, and basically don't hire me. And, you know, I have a really hard time waking up in the morning because I stay up late, or, you know, things like that. And they're being purposefully, you know, leading you down that, all right, I'm not going to offer this guy a job. And but minimum wage, or not minimum wage, the unemployment requirements are that you're at least going out and doing so many interviews a week. And you just know that you're never going to get a job if that's your actual work ethic. So
yeah. I haven't heard of carjacking so much these days, though. Fucking Chicago's already had like almost 300 carjackings this year so far. It's fucking insane here.
Yeah,
Bad.
I'm sure it's like murders, man. Like, you probably don't have a newscast that covers every murder.
No.
Because there's so many murders, right? Like,
yeah.
here are some guys.
So many murders. We just can't keep up. As soon as we finish writing this story, another one has happened.
Well, what they do is, like, like the Chicago Tribune or something like that, they sometimes do, like, they don't report on every murder. It's just they're like, 3 people were killed Thursday, and that's all they really say. And they just talk about where we're at. Like, we're pretty low, though, this year. We have 190 murders this year.
Pretty low.
If you compare it to last year, we were at, like, at 240, so, at this time.
The question is it because it's getting safer, or is it because the trauma surgeons are getting better?
One,
you know what? That's what I keep telling people. That's the same shit I keep telling people. Because people have been saying that shit for years about Harlem. Like, the murder rates in Harlem are going down. I'm like, well, they had a lot of practice in the 90s when I was living there. So they're pretty damn good by now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, plus they just opened a new trauma center on the south side, which is crazy because the south side needed one. Never had one for like 2 decades. And they finally opened one up.
Yeah.
Good night, Ryan.
If you don't die, you know, it's not a murder. So you can't. You can technically say I reduce murders by bringing all these gun laws and whatnot like that. It's like, no, man, you go outside. I've heard some videos where people are just recording the sound of Chicago at night, and it's just it's
a couple months ago. Couple of nights ago, I heard 5 shots outside. It's crazy, man. I looked out. It was like at 3 in the morning. I hear 5 shots popping out. I look downstairs because I was on the 10th floor, and I see this car just drive off, just zoom right by. And I go downstairs. Cops came up. I'm like, yeah, they went that way. They drove off. That's it. And there was a camera right in the corner. So I'm sure they'll do something, but I don't know.
I don't think we should be concerned with murder rates. We should be concerned with gun violence victims.
Yeah.
Because, as we were just saying, the trauma surgeons are getting better. All right, for example, over the last few years, de Blasio has been mayor. The murder rate has been going down. But every day I turn on the news, especially like on Monday evenings, you hear the whole rundown of the weekend, and this guy was shot and that guy was shot. A lot of shootings happen.
Yeah.
I just think the surgeons are getting better, and the EMS or the EMS paramedics, those guys and gals, they're getting better. They're able to prep their patient before they even get to the hospital.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you just hear some crazy shit on the news, but yet the crime rates are going down.
Mm-hmm. If you look, a lot of the guys who've been over in Afghanistan for all these years are proven medics coming back, getting these jobs. So these guys have real world experience saving dudes' lives right after they get shot. So you're bringing all that knowledge into trauma rooms, and I mean, it's gonna pay off, right? It's gonna make people live, which is good. I'm not saying that people should die, but I'm saying your violence and all that, like you're saying, Job, it's the violence is still there. It's just we're better at preventing the death.
Well, yeah, because Chicago, like so far this year, we've had 970 people shot, and 190 of them were killed. But shot and killed 157. So, and 190, like I'm assuming the rest were probably stabbed or run over. That's usually the case. But yeah,
that's crazy.
Yep. I'm telling you, if you live out here for at least a year, you probably, depending on where, even if you're in the north side, you'll probably hear gunshots maybe at least like maybe 3 or 4 times if you just live in Chicago for a year. It's crazy.
I mean, I hear gunshots all the time, but it's because there's a shooting range right up there.
Yeah.
Nothing criminal going on.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys, and I fucking forgot my question. There was something about shootings. Fuck. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. It wasn't really a question; it was a statement. So, like, some of my UK followers would say, we don't have a whole lot of murders here, but a lot of people are getting stabbed. So at times people say, "Oh, okay, well, we need to get rid of the guns because of gun violence, blah blah blah." But if you want to kill people, I mean, there's so many different ways to kill people.
Yeah.
So many different ways to get stabbed. So I would be interested to see how many people get stabbed a year per capita throughout the UK, and how many people get stabbed per capita here in the United States, or I guess we could say attempted murder cases per capita in both cases, in both environments.
So you just have to look up the violent crime rate, and that usually brings all those numbers in, and so you can kind of see an idea of what the actual rates are. And as far as that goes, I mean, this was years ago when I looked at it. It's not that different between like us in the UK or us in other major, countries, but it's just in America, it's very high gun violent rate.
Yeah. And the guns are obviously getting in the hands of the wrong people, so.
So it's funny. So, for years and years, I was reading about gun violence, but I didn't know that half of gun violence victims were suicide victims. More than half, like 60-some%. Which I found to be very interesting because no one says that.
Yeah.
They're trying to change how you think. They don't. That's like an asterisk. It's like, oh, by the way, like 2/3 of the people killed by guns are suicide victims.
Mm-hmm.
So we should eliminate that from the count.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we should be more concerned with the gun violence minus suicide, or sorry, violence rate. So knives and guns, attempted murder rates, as I like to call them. rather than just look at murder rates. And same thing with Vision Zero. So I was reading this article, and they talked about how there are less fatalities in traffic circles compared to traditional intersections with traffic lights. So here in New York City, they're talking about introducing traffic circles. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the traffic circle that I go through, it's not a real traffic circle because it has traffic lights in it.
Yeah.
So that's not really a traffic circle. Something that they said in this article is traffic circles have less fatalities. However, traffic circles do generate more car accidents. So to me, I think traffic circles aren't that great of an idea. You need to focus more on why do people get in car accidents. A lot of it is negligence. Greg, stop peeing.
I can hear it so clear.
He can hear us?
No, I don't think he can.
Oh, I thought he said like you could hear it. We'll find out momentarily.
Yeah, we'll find out. Once he gets back, I'm probably gonna call it a night. Not been to Chicago yet, but I believe Detroit is safer and possibly more prosperous. Yeah, Detroit's probably. I don't know. I don't know too much about Detroit. All I know is that the population is really low, so that probably helps it with being safer. But I mean, you gotta realize like we have cities like St. Louis and Baltimore, which have a really small population but have a huge crime rate and murder rate. So, for example, I think like St. Louis maybe like 300,000 people, but has like a huge murder rate. And then Chicago has we have like 2.8 million people here, but we have say 700 murders on average a year, or 600 murders. So I mean, yeah, it's high, but it's not as high as other cities like St. Louis, Baltimore, maybe even Detroit, et cetera, Cleveland, Philly. So.
Do you want to hear a funny story? I thought my mic on my headphone was the mic that it was using. So when I was
wait, you just went out. Oh.
Yeah, when I flip up the mic, it would turn off. But it's been my mic on my camera this whole time.
Yeah, we heard you peeing.
So, yeah, I heard you guys say, stop peeing. I'm like, what? Oh.
Yeah, no worries, man. Only British humor. I understand it. I understand. No worries.
That's funny.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night though, because I just gotta get going.
Yeah, it's late for you boys. I know that.
Yeah, I know it's really late for your job too. So.
Party's just getting started for Greg.
Hell yeah,
man! I'm gonna go cook a pizza.
Damn,
that.
Hey, Greg, are you going to Vegas this year or no?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, with the new position, I got other responsibilities now, and that was more just an education trip to put more classes under my belt for the quality assurance side of things. But now I'm not doing quality assurance anymore. That whole trip is basically just quality oriented. So most likely not. I mean, I might be able to talk the owner into letting me go down there just to rub elbows with some other manufacturers, because there's another show that happens at the same time that's all about manufacturing. So that might happen. But the problem is the more I'm gone from the office, the more crap that goes wrong that I'm still responsible for.
Right.
Yeah, have a good night, Ron. Thank you for stopping by, hanging out. I appreciate that. Have a good night.
See you, man.
Yeah. Really quickly, I don't know. I'm sure we'll talk like in our chat, but whoever's watching right now, we're gonna try to figure out something to do where we have like kind of like a schedule for these streams, because I know they're kind of a little random. The last time we did it was like almost 3 months ago, so we're gonna try to maybe do it once a month, kind of like what Jav said, like maybe like the last Friday of the month or the first Friday of the month, something kind of in regards to that. So we're gonna try to do that.
Sounds good.
It's 4 a.m. Here the birds have started singing. Oh wow, you're up late or up early at one of the two.
He had to pee. He's old.
Have a good night, guys. Aggie, Ryong, yeah. Have a good night, y'all. Appreciate you guys stopping by. But yeah, no, Javs, Greg, I'm sure we'll talk in the Instagram chat and we'll try to get something situated, and we'll update and let everybody know once we figure out something, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, guys.
All right. Have a good night. It was good talking to you.
Talk to y'all later.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. See you guys
See you, everybody.
See ya.